Hi friends, I want us to talk about something very important. Please stop saying I'm blocked or my throat chakra is blocked or my heart, insert energy center here, and calling it blocked or calling ourselves blocked. I understand what you're saying, like energetically, that's what it feels like. But it's really important that we understand truly the impact of our words within our own identity and our state of being. I had one of my private clients come to me this week, and someone who identifies as a healer told her, "You're blocked. In this area, you're blocked, etc., etc." And she came to me with it where it's like something's not resonating fully with it. And per usual, my ick and my came up, and also my mama bear energy of how harmful in ways it is to deem on anybody, especially ourselves, but on anyone, this identity and this statement of you are blocked. Now again, I understand what we mean by it. There's a resistance and it feels like the energy is not flowing as much and we're not feeling as embodied and in our space. But it's really important that we're watching our languaging. When we look at this from the neuro-linguistic programming perspective, which is the study of the language we use that creates our internal world, therefore creates the external world. Neuro-linguistically, if we begin to say to ourselves, I'm blocked, we're cultivating a sense of identity. It's definitive. And blocked, think of it, we think of a wall, a dam, something that is a little bit more permanent and very hard to break through from. Now, this isn't to bypass the experience that we may be having of feeling resistance and tension, because perhaps rather than being blocked and it being a negative thing, perhaps we're actually expanding to a new space so much that we are bumping up against the next level, and we're arriving to a next level that we're being prepared to break through. So it's not a block. It's not there's something wrong with me and I need to fix this. It's actually I'm expanding and growing into my next level, and let us celebrate this and find the ways to do so with ease and grace and goodness. When we speak to ourselves in these limiting small ways, it's not just a definition to bring to someone for support. We're actually casting an identity on us. An invitation, take a moment to say to yourself, to practice this of, I am blocked, I am blocked, I am blocked. I can feel it, and I know what I'm doing in this practice. I can feel my stomach starting to curl up and wanting to contract, versus saying, I'm expanding into my next level, or I'm finding areas of resistance in my being, which I'm exploring and I'm addressing, and I'm working on rewiring and moving forward with. There's a level of ease and expansion that we can begin to allow to come through, because we're talking about the exact same thing with a different perspective. There is a piece within the mind. There's a lot of different members that are playing out their role in any given moment. We have one member of the team, their entire job is to prove we are right. You can guess the name of it is the ego. It is different than like, oh, you have such an ego. It's an actual part of, when we look at the mind. Its entire job is to prove that we are right. And so when we are stating things to ourselves, our beliefs, our thoughts, its immediate job that it does a really good job at is to seek out evidence in the world to prove that we are right. And so when we tell ourselves, oh, today's gonna be one of those days, next thing you know, you stub your toe and the coffee machine broke so you don't have your coffee, and you're stuck in the red light, and all of this evidence starts to prove itself real. Versus the day you wake up, say, oh, I had such a good sleep, and oh, look at the sunshine, it's gonna be such a great day. And somehow there becomes this snowball of good things at play. When we say to ourselves, I'm so blocked on this, or oh, I can't figure this out, or insert here, the mental part, its role says, got it, chief, searching evidence to prove you are right now. And it just scans. It's a very neutral experience. It's not malicious. It's not a cheerleader even. It's, I'm just doing my job. What you tell me, I will find evidence that is true. That's why the power of gratitude is so powerful. But bringing us back to this concept of I am blocked. When we look at this from the energetic perspective, I've been teaching Reiki for 8 years, I've been practicing for 12. When we look at within the chakra centers, we can have a state of overactive, underactive, or aligned. We cannot have a blocked chakra or energy. We can have centers that are overactive, and we can have spaces that are a bit more depleted that we're needing to bring more energy into to bring a state of balance. But this idea of blocked is actually doing nothing but actually creating a sense of block. When we worked with this with my client on Monday, just debunked this idea without even just saying it directly. Just starting to explore it in the different ways of naming, how can we look at the perspective different here? How can we say, I'm exploring a resistance. I'm coming up against a next level, and I can see where there's a discomfort that I'm learning to navigate, that I'm learning to explore and allow myself to expand into the next level. Between that and, additional practices and tools we were working with, we were able to take what she started the session with saying, she knew, I know that this thing is going to be the very last thing I'm able to ever let go and rewire within my inner work, to us completely rewiring it and approaching a big piece of life in a very different way. And a big part of that was that we released this story and we started seeking different evidence of, you're not blocked on this. It's not going to be the very last thing that you release and let go. You're actually really ready to explore it right now. And there's ways that we can begin to look at how do we approach the middle way to reframe and to shift. This will bring us deeper into the pendulum teaching that you can find in other videos. But my invitation, eliminate from your vocabulary today, I am blocked, or a certain energy center is blocked. You are not blocked. You are growing and expanding and finding new areas that are wanting love, attention, healing, and expansion. And as you dial deeper into that identity, evidence and proof will allow it to come forward. If you found this helpful and you want to dive deeper, please feel free to go to heartspace.co for more additional resources. Check out the other videos, subscribe, and stay tuned for more, because this is the year. We are moving into rapid change, and it all starts here and here. For so much evolution and shift that's available for you that your soul is so freaking ready for. So subscribe, let me know what you got from this, and experiment with it and let me know how it goes. I love you so much.